the Calgary Gymnastics Centre, we run a reverse bottle drive. What this means is we have a shed and we invite members and other people visiting the facility to donate their bottles and the recyclables. And then we take those recyclables back into the depot and we get the money from that. As a volunteer, where you can earn credits, is you can sign up for a shift where you can then bring your car, take the recyclables, load them up, and take them to the depot, return it. You then tell the office how much money you collected, and you give it to them and sign in the bottle drive depot so that they know how long it took you to do your shift. So some additional information that's relevant to the bottle drive is all the shifts and when they're going to be posted are right now located on the Calgary Gymnastics site competitive calendar. So if you're interested to know when the sign up will be posted, you can look on the competitive calendar for that information. The other information that people tend to ask are what happens if there are no bottles in the shed when you arrive. If there are no bottles in the shed, you have done everything you can and you will still receive your 1.5 credits for the time of even coming and checking in the shed. So we always give you a minimum of 1.5 credits even if there are no bottles. Another question we have is, do you need a receipt? We always ask that you try to get a receipt from the bottle depot. Another question that comes up is, am I supposed to empty the shed? And the answer to this question is we would like you to take as many bottles as you possibly can in 1.5 hours to the bottle depot. So if it means you have enough time to do 2 loads, then we would really appreciate that. But really we only want you working 1.5 hours, so do as much as you can in that time. And if the shed is not emptied, that's okay. The other question that we have is, where do you take them? We in the past have had some difficulty with the Bowness Bottle Depot, which is our closest bottle depot, so we actually ask you to take them to the Crowfoot Bottle Depot, and the people in the office have directions to that bottle depot. Another question that we have is, will the office expect us? The office has a list that tells which volunteers are to show up on what day, so they will expect you. But it is important that you tell them that you're there to do the bottles, so they make sure that people don't steal bottles from the shed. Another question that we have often is, do I need a receipt? After you exchange the bottles for the refund, then we really would like to have a receipt for accounting purposes, so ask the people at the bottle depot for a receipt, and this is usually not a problem. If you can't get one, it's okay, just go back to the office and tell them that you were not given one. Another question is, how many days can I sign up for? We ask that families only take 1 shift every month unless the shifts are not being taken, so if we post it and a week later there's still a shift available, feel free to take that extra spot. Another question we have is, do I need a truck to do this? We will often ask you to bring your very biggest vehicle, so therefore you can take many bottles instead of just a few. We ask that you come prepared to take at least 5 bags, just to make it easier on other people to keep the amount in the shed low. Another question, what happens if I miss a shift? If you miss a shift, you will not be given the credits, the 1.5.